what we're gonna do is I didn't see Matt Barnes' original tweet, the one that he took down. I didn't see that, but we're gonna play his reaction to finding out more information, and then I want you to respond to it. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
They won't come out and say it. And since I'm a part of the media now, and I try not to be like everyone else, I try to, you know, report and talk with facts and honesty. And I clearly have to say, last night, without knowing all the facts, I spoke on Ime Udoka's defense. And after finding out the facts after I spoke, I erased what I posted because this situation in Boston is deep, it's messy, it's 100 times uglier than any of us thought. And that's why I erased what I said. Some things happened that I can't condone, I can't back. And it's not my place to tell you what happened. If it ends up coming out, it ends up coming out. But that was the reason why I erased in my post last night, because after I posted it, I got a call from someone who had all the details, and the shit is deep. So, man, praying for everybody involved. Um, hope everyone gets through this. And I saw a lot of blogs picked up what I said, even though it was only on my page for like 2 minutes. So hopefully they pick this up too, for me being wrong and jumping out there without the facts. So that's where I'm gonna leave it. God bless, and I hope everyone.
All right. So, pretty strong statement from someone retracting an original statement. That was pretty strong.
Right.
What are your thoughts on Matt Barnes, who we know isn't the most squeaky clean person in the world, doing a 180 on this situation?
Look, Matt Barnes. So I like Matt. You know what I'm saying? Matt was one of those players when you watched him, he got under your skin a little bit. If
Yeah.
you if he wasn't on your team, you hated him. If he was on your team, you loved him. You know what I mean? Like I fucks with him, right? But when I see something like this, at least he's taking accountability. So as people grow up, I've found that as people grow up and mature, accountability and responsibility, which are my two concepts that I have to, anybody that I mess with, you have to have those two, and loyalty, right? Those are my three things that are non-negotiable. So if you're in my circle, you got all three. So when I sit here and I see Matt, from who he was to who he is, the man has been accountable now that he's not under the NBA contracts, NBA rules, this, that, and the other. He's a free individual now. He can freely talk about certain things, right?
Right.
And a lot of things he's taken accountability for what had happened in the past, this, that, and the other. So is he a changed man? I'm not going to say he's changed. I think he's more outspoken and free to do what he wants to do now. So I think that allows to see him build his integrity and build his accountability up a lot, which I respect a lot. That's fine. Do what you do. And to see that he came out, said something, and immediately took it down, and even said on the tweet was picked up by bloggers, and I hope they pick this up because it's going to make me look bad. Like, he knows the result of what would happen, right? The situation still stands. It's worse than what people think, right?
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, when I'm looking and I'm searching what's going on with the details, the most that you're going to find right now, outside of that tweet that I just talked about, is it was the travel planner, and this person was helping the Nia Long move to Boston, right? The whole move that she had, she planned it. This, that, and the other. Like, this person had her hand in it. So it's like, it's right in my face. If I'm Nia Long, it's right in my face. It's happening. And yeah, that's a little insulting. I say little, with a grain of salt. It's extremely insulting that you're going to do this. But that's still more of an emotional tie than anything. That's more of an emotional tie between those three and their little love triangle or whatever it is. So when I hear 100 times worse, I have to immediately go to the possible worst case scenario. Now, could this also be a situation where it's a Deshaun Watson thing, right? Where it's not just one. Is it multiple females in the organization, right? Is it like, how bad can this be? Like, when you say 100 times worse, and there's multiple people that are, main names in NBA reporting, and they're like, we're not talking about this. What'd you do? Did you have like 4 or 5 illegitimate kids? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? What's going on here? Like, really, what is the deal? So I don't know if we're ever going to get the absolute details as the public, but I would challenge the Celtics to do this. You guys suspended this man for a year. If it's this bad, he's got to go. Sorry. Right, wrong. If it's this bad, just like Sarver has to go, this, that, and the other, then Udoka has to go. Now, here's the other point that I was making off camera. I don't know if this is a factor, but should a consensual relationship just in general be allowed? Well, once you allowed it with Jeannie Buss and Phil Jackson, you have to be able to allow it for everybody else, right? But it still stands where there's details that people won't even talk about. People talked about Jeannie Buss and Phil Jackson freely.
Yeah, that was open.
Right, right. That was open. So, to me, I would think that if it was just a basic consensual relationship where he cheated on Nia Long, well, to me, that's like, okay, y'all deal with the emotional side. It's now out in the open, but that doesn't change the way you coach this team. Something has to happen with the team and disruption of him being able to coach that makes it that bad. And that's just like, well, all right, what is it? What is it? And that's why I coming full circle. That's why I say, is that tweet possibly true?